In this video, I'm gonna discuss how to maintain your relationship with friends and family when you're in business together. So I've been working with my family, my parents actually, in one capacity or another for probably the last 15, 18, 20 years. In this video, I'm gonna discuss what it's like working with your family, working for the family business. Right now, I drive a truck for the family business for my dad. Me and my dad used to be in sales together as well. And he worked for me in sales and I worked for him when we were in sales. And I had a lot of other friends and family members work in my sales business as well when I was growing my sales company. I used to sell Kirby vacuums actually down in South Carolina. I had a lot of friends and family work for me over the years and work with me over the years, and I worked with them over the years. And so you probably already know the pros, the benefits, right, of working with family, of working with friends, everybody getting money together, everybody's happy, right? But if you clicked on this video, chances are you probably interested in looking at more of how that can go wrong. Looking back, I actually wouldn't recommend working with friends and family, making money with friends and family. And here's why. Here's the main reason why. Because it's going to put stress on your relationship. When I was working in sales, me and my wife was working together. We ran our sales business together. And of course, it put a whole nother, it was already, having a relationship is already not easy. It's not easy for two different people from two different worlds with two different, expectations of life and desires and all of that good stuff to come together in a harmonious way over an extended period of time to form a relationship, right? That's difficult to do on its own without any other factors, without anything else being factored in. So when you factor in money and when you factor in business and when you factor in the motives behind money and business and all of that good stuff, I would just recommend, man, it's just best to just leave your friends and your family out of it. It's been a good experience working with my parents, working with my dad and other friends and family over the years. But again, it definitely has put a lot of stress on our relationship. So what can you do about that? Well, first, here's what causes that, in my opinion. I believe what causes our business and money, endeavors, when we mix friends and family with them, what causes those endeavors to put more stress on our relationships is primarily because of our expectations of each other. Thinking back, looking in hindsight, that has been the main cause for any tension that has come about between any of my friends and family in regards to business and money. Is always at the root of it. It was always, our expectations of each other, right? They had expectations of how things should go. They had expectations of what should happen. And I had expectations of what should happen, right? And how things should go. Working for my dad, I have expectations of how things, how it should be, right? I expect things to be a certain way, and my dad expects certain things for certain behaviors, or for me to look at things a certain way. When it was with me and my wife and we was running our sales business together, it was the same exact thing. And when my dad worked for me in the sales business, it was the same exact thing. That was the root cause of all of the tension that was put on our relationships, right? And that is why, to me, it's just easier to do that. It's easier with strangers. It's just easier with strangers, right? Because I have no preconceived notions of how it should be. I have no preconceived notions of how you should be doing things. All I know about you is what you present to me and what you present to me from this point forward. That's all I know. I come to the table with less expectation when I'm dealing with a stranger, and a stranger does the same thing when they're dealing with me. But with friends and family, it's a little bit different. When I'm running my business with my wife, I expect my wife to do things in a certain way, and she expects me to do things in a certain way. So what can you do about that? What can you do to remedy the situation, right? You looking at working with family, or you already involved with family working and you already feel the tension, or you wondering what you can do to circumvent that before you get to that point. Again, I'm reflecting on my own experience in hindsight. here's what should be done before you go into any business relationship, especially when it comes to friends and family. I would say that there needs to be a clear understanding of what is expected from both parties, right? What you plan to do and what you expect to have happen, right? Both of you guys need to have a clear understanding of that. You know, you might as well just right, you know, get the expectation level correct from the jump street. And that's why business partners will form business plans. That's exactly what a business plan covers. It covers, you know, what is expected to happen, what both partners are, or what all parties are expected to do, and what all parties are expecting to have happen, right? And when you can come to a mutual agreement on that, then you have a good plan that works for everybody. Now, in your plan or in your understanding or in your initial discussions, I would say you need to also come to the decision that you're going to maintain your relationship. You're going to maintain your friendship. You're not willing to sacrifice the integrity or the level of integrity in your relationship with your whoever it is that you're engaging in business with. You need to both, you know, get that out on the table beforehand. Okay, and so basically what you're doing when you do that is you letting them know, you know, listen, man, above, you know, making this business successful, I am more interested in maintaining our friendship. So everybody needs to have that understanding going into it. That would help as well. And so, you know, you need to have an understanding that if this is not beneficial for all parties involved, right? You're my friend. And if this gets to a point that it's not beneficial for both of us, for all parties involved, then, you know, there needs to be an understanding that, you know, you can opt out. We can opt out of this. Why? Because we've decided prematurely beforehand, we've determined that we are going to maintain the integrity of our friendship, right? So, you know, okay, you make sure that all parties understand that if this goes forward and it twists and goes in a way where it's not beneficial for all parties, then as friends, as lovers, as husband and wife, as father and son, as, you know, whoever you're dealing with, we're gonna be willing to opt out or at least renegotiate. That leaves the doors open for the unsatisfied party to come to the table with some logic and with some numbers as to why they may not be happy with a certain thing that's happening right now, right? Because you're not gonna feel as a partner comfortable in doing that after you negotiate and then you realize stuff ain't going right, you're not happy, right? And that is what puts stress on the relationship, right? Somebody's not happy and they can't speak about it, or, you know, they're not doing their job to their fullest because they're not happy, and then their friend, which is their boss, you know, which is their partner, they're expecting them to be doing a certain thing and they're not. This is where the problem comes in at. So that's why that understanding needs to be laid out beforehand. So that's how I recommend dealing with working with friends and family and going in business with friends and family. What do you think? Tell me your thoughts right below in the comments. Tell me your experiences, right? With working with friends and family. What do you recommend? Do you recommend it as a good thing? Is it not a good thing, right? If you're already involved in it and it's gotten stressful, what do? Do you just bail out? Do you fire the individual that's your family member if they're not happy, if they're not underperforming or whatever? How do you handle that situation? Leave your comments down below in the comment section. This is Maurice Bey. I don't really know why I made this video. I kind of just had that on my mind, you know, just thinking maybe somebody out in the YouTube world probably just needed to hear that. So that's all I got for now. Look forward to seeing you on the next video.